Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome to today's Game & Watch review, Pinball, the 38th Game & Watch ever released on December 5th, 1983. It is pretty much what you'd expect from a pinball Game & Watch. I don't think it's a game that needs much explanation. It has a really nice kind of just all black outside design though, and it is a multi-screen model, but otherwise it's exactly what you would expect from pinball. You have flippers, you send these metal balls up into the playfield, and you want to hit them off of bumpers and targets and all sorts of other things and rack up as much score as you can. And then once all of the balls have gone down the middle, the game is over. But I guess we gotta set that clock, and we have the time demonstration here. So as you see, the ball gets sent up the side, and it's going to enter the playfield. And there's flippers on both the top and bottom, which are both controlled with the same left and right button. So, without further ado, I think we'll jump right in. And get that jazzy music as well. So, the first thing, of course, you have to do in pinball is launch the ball in there. And you do that by holding down the button. If you just press it, it goes a little bit, but not quite. And if you hold it down really long, it goes way up and actually bounces off of a spring at the top center of the screen. So already you have to be kind of precise with how long you hold the button down. And just like that, the ball is now in play, and we have to then again press those left and right buttons to use the flippers to keep it in play and not allow it to go down that hole in the middle. Now, one thing we've talked about a lot throughout Game & Watch month is the fact that the games do not really have fluid movement. You kind of have the different cells lighting up at different times, but it can sometimes be hard to follow where things are going like this, like we saw with fire and such. When you're glancing all over the screens, sometimes when you just, look over at what's happening with, maybe the character on the screen, or in the case of fire, the people, falling out of the building and bouncing off of the sheet, or in this game, the ball in pinball, it can sometimes be really tough to tell just where something is moving when you only have that quick glance of it. So, to make a game like pinball, where really fluid movement is kind of an important part of the game, it's really interesting, I think. But I'm going to teach you all the trick right now so that you always win at pinball. And that is, if you just mash the buttons, you pretty much never lose. Because it just, that's it. This is pretty much a game of timing, where whenever the ball is in front of the flipper, you just have to be able to react fast enough to press the button. But with that unfluid movement, it's sometimes really hard to tell, exactly where the ball is going, when you should be pressing that button. But I find that if you just mash the buttons, you can play for pretty much forever. So yeah, this is now going to be the longest YouTube video on my channel. Get ready for a 9-hour, 99-minute, 59 seconds video. No, 99 minutes. 9999999. Okay, so... but yeah, so this is kind of the strategy. It's my top secret strat. Please do not steal. Donut steal. But we'll try and play legitimately, because otherwise this video might never end. And there they go. The second I stop mashing the buttons, it goes right down the middle. Now that's absolutely, kind of what I was expecting. It's a tough game to play if you don't constantly mash it. And since that was so quick, we might as well play game B, which the difference here is that you only get one ball. So it's kind of like just see how high of a score you can get on just one try. Pinball was never featured in any of the Game & Watch gallery games. It would have been kind of neat if it was, as I would have liked to have seen it have a modern mode. I mean, the classic mode, again, it would have been kind of janky, but to have a modern mode, you would just then, have a Game & Watch gallery game. See, again, the ball just kind of creeps up on you because of the way it's not too fluid. You would have just then had a Game & Watch gallery game with a pinball minigame in it, pretty much, which would have been kind of neat. But yeah, otherwise, it's an interesting Game & Watch. Unfortunately, these days, there's probably no reason that you would really want to, have it and take it with you. It's probably not, the best pinball game out there, and I'm sure, on your phone, you could, in 5 seconds, download one, which is probably a lot easier to play. But still, I think it's a really sleek and nice-looking Game & Watch, despite the fact that the game itself is certainly more dated than other Game & Watch games are at this point. So, hope you enjoyed that. That was Pinball, definitely an interesting Game & Watch, and hope you'll join me tomorrow when we look at another game. So thanks, and hope to see you then.